love my job. It's a real pleasure to work with a lot of the families that I meet on their journey with their young children starting school. I guess it's a partnership between parents and carers, their children, the school and the family learning worker. We invite the families to take part in a six challenge project, 2 challenges before nursery. There's a launch of the project and then they get involved in the challenges. It might be going to the library to borrow a book, or it might be make a healthy sandwich and bring it into school for a picnic. And then in the summer they might have to, in fact this year they had to draw a picture of a favourite activity that they did in the school holidays and send it into their new primary 1 teacher. So that kind of gets them thinking of starting primary school. And one of the good things is we invite the children always to remember to bring a grown-up with them. So even though parents might be reluctant to join in, they might have had a not so happy experience of school themselves, and now their own children are starting. It's lovely that the children are inviting their parents or carers in to get involved in the project with them. So, for this week, for example, in the schools that I work in, they're on challenge number 6. Last week was 5. Next week's going to be a celebration of finishing the challenges. And we've built up a very good relationship then, and I think, again, that's another key about the families learning together, is the relationships that are built along the way. And engaging, keeping the families involved and engaging them in other learning. There's a variety of ways. And what one recently was called It's All About Maths. It was looking at parents, feelings about maths, if it was important or if it was they valued it or they valued it for their children. And one of the things that I think we focused on as a service is literacy, looking at literacies of the children's early learning, and we realised that numeracy's kind of been left to get on with itself. But this specific project, It's All About Maths, is looking at numeracy. And the way that we've been engaging families is to invite them in for informal conversations and think of using photographs to decode. For example, there was a big blown up photograph of a house interior, of a supermarket interior, or of the leaves on a tree or whatever in the community. So they were to look at different opportunities to share learning with their young child about how you could use numeracy in the home. For example, sorting out odd socks or laying the table for how many people were in your family. At the supermarket, counting out how many apples, looking at the number that the scales went to as you put something. All these things that we take for granted. They're all quite good fun as well. And in the community, looking at the shapes of leaves, maybe categorising them into order of size, of colour, of texture, and also inviting a lot of conversation about what you're discovering as well.